I've been having a lot of righteous indignation flow through me today because I'm seeing men of all different kinds be gaslighted into oblivion. And I'm so tired of seeing the simps worship the pink palace and sell their friends out, sell themselves out, just because they want to see what's inside the pink palace. They want to get a feel for the pink palace, and they want to they want to stick their phallus there too, and they will do anything for this. They will do anything for the worshiping of women. And I'm so tired of seeing this. I'm so tired of the men that are actually the godlike savages that I talk about on this channel. Because in this channel, what we're planning to do, what we're striving to do with this Regal Change brand is to build godlike savages for men and warm, inviting, feminine, empathetic women. If you're handsome and wise and you're on point, you're stable, and you're just striving to be the best version of yourself, you might not have it all together, but when people look at you, women in particular, they know that you're the total package. They know that you might not have it all together right now, but that's going to be where the long-term material is you. And it's so tiring to have to deal with people in the world that are just hating us. I mean, they literally hate men like us, where we are handsome, we are we have humility, we're humble, and yet we still stand on principle, and we're going to be the ones that are ostracized for it. We're going to be the ones that are societally punished and persecuted and socially persecuted because we're not bending over to worship the pink palace like so many of these other freaking simps are. I don't know if it was simp day or what today, but it was just, the simps were on, they were on something today, man. They were on something. They were just really feeling simpy today. I was at the gym this morning, and I don't know what it was, but there were simps left and right. And this dude, he apologized for trying to ask a woman out. He apologized for it. And I thought to myself, bro, like, there's nothing you need to be sorry for. If you're shooting your shot, you don't need to apologize for that, man. You don't need to apologize for going after what you want. This is what society has made men to be, is you're punished for going after what you want. And not just societally, but spiritually as well, you're punished. People are taught well, obviously the men here I'm talking about, men have been told to not talk about things that they want because it makes them look like a bad person. But meanwhile, women will reward the man that knows what he wants and goes after it and expresses it. And society actually has respect for that same man in action, because I'm living proof of that. I used to be a beta male that believed that, I had to say sorry for being in people's way, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be just going out here and just being a dick or anything like that, but I'm just saying that you need to learn how to properly express yourself, and that you need to understand that there are so many people out here that want to see you fail as a man. There are so many people that want to see you fail because they're going to be jealous that you actually are doing something that they never had the balls to do. Okay, they never had the balls to do what you're doing, to be visible. So many people are so scared of being visible. I used to think that it was people that were afraid of not being seen and heard. No. That's not what it is at all. People are afraid to be visible. People are afraid to actually have their voice be heard, because that means that whatever gets put back onto them from society is going to be how society actually views who they are, not what they are. And many people will hide behind titles. Many people will hide behind all of these different, wealthy symbols or luxurious symbols. And these men out here will be talking more about the pink palace, more so than they will be talking about how to actually build something or create something. They don't know how to transfer that energy and transmute that energy that they have into something more productive. And we're the ones that are competent. We men that are competent and not incompetent, because these other simp men are incompetent. The incompetent men are the obedient workers. They're the ones that are going to get the job. They're the ones that are going to get the promotion, because they know how to suck up to the men or women above them to get that promotion in the job, in the hierarchy of the business, right? They know how to do that. And you have to see the game for what it is. So you can either play the game or you cannot play the game. You can choose whichever one you want to do. But I've talked about this in a video yesterday that I made, the difference between the simulation and the difference between the simulator. The simulation is where people want you to be, society wants you to be in the culture of the simulation. Why is that? Well, because if you're in the simulation, that means you're part of the program, you're part of the whatever, you're part of whatever, you're part of the loop of stupidity and infantile behaviors that go on, the degeneracy that goes on. But if you're outside of this, if you are handsome, if you are wise, you're godly, you follow Christ, you have a direction in your life that you want to go, you want to build things, you want to create, you want to innovate, you want to build new things, and you want to do new things. You have passion, you have this ability to express yourself and articulate yourself in a way that is bar none comparable to anybody else. And yet, when you realize that you want to just be in the simulator, you're in the simulator, meaning that you recognize the reality for what it is. This is a hologram, a really intense hologram for all intents and purposes, right? It doesn't make it less real, though. That's what a lot of these men are living in, the realm of delusions. They want to believe that everything's a delusion, and that's not the case. I do have something that I've talked about on my channel before, which is the delusional reality affiliation war, which is DRAW. I just have the acronym DRAW. And I've talked about the delusional reality affiliation war because the delusional reality affiliation war is for people that have yet to have peace inside themselves. They're for people, this war is for people that don't know how to actually express themselves. This war is an internal war that they perceive to be outward. Okay, before following Christ, I was a boy that was on the outside looking in. But after Christ, I am now the man on the inside looking out. That's the difference between being in the simulation and the simulator. The simulation, you think you're on the outside looking in. The simulator is you realize that you're on the inside looking out, because the universe is happening inside of your mind. The universe is not happening somewhere else. The universe is not happening there. You're done over there. You're done over there. You're here now. You realize that you're always here. There's never a there. There's a here, okay? And what society hates to see is a man that is on his grind, that knows what he's doing, knows what he's about. He's educated. He has critical thinking abilities. He has critical faculties. He's capable of cognitive functions. And he's open-minded. He's compassionate, but he's not needy. And he doesn't need people's validation. You know what's the biggest thing that people have that they hate about these kinds of men? Is that they know how to be validated by God himself. They know how to be validated by God in a way that nobody else can understand, in a way that nobody else can comprehend, because they know that their relationship to God is between them and God. This is what so many people are missing nowadays. This is what so many people do not understand. And it's so, you want to just slap them into being awake, man. You just want to, when I saw these simps there at the gym this morning, there's another simp. This was an older guy too. He went over to these women who were promiscuous looking women, okay? The women at my gym that I go to, about half of them are family people, family oriented, modest women and modest men. The other half are not so much, okay? And this guy, he went over to these two sisters, I suppose, because he called them sisters. He's like, "Oh, aren't you two the most beautiful sisters in the world?" And they were just kind of like, oh, thanks. And they called him by his name. And then he left. And it was like they just completely took the energy and that was it. They just took the energy, they took the attention, and it was something else. Like it was nothing new. And this guy, I don't think there's anything wrong with you going up to a woman and telling her that she's beautiful and whatnot, or giving her a compliment. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna do that to these kinds of promiscuous women that obviously are looking for attention, that are obviously not looking for long-term relationships, okay? Because women like that are looking for a certain thing, and that's all that it is it's attention. And these women think that they're so valuable because of the way that they look, because of men like that. If you want to go tell a woman that she's beautiful and you want to make something happen, that's fine. But if you just go over and just to compliment her, I got to talk to her. Because that's what he was like, his energy as he got away from them. He was just like, bro, what are you guys doing? What are you all doing? Why are you, it physically makes me sick to see this kind of stuff sometimes, because I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle seeing how these people have destroyed, these kinds of people, those kinds of behaviors have destroyed the fabric of the family because of just free attention. A valuable person, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, a valuable person does not just give away their time. They're either investing their time or they're making people earn their time. Y'all better write that down, because I don't even, that came out of, somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needed to write that down. But anyways, guys, this is why society is going to hate you. And this is why you have to understand that with this handsome, wise territory comes a lot of hate, but it also comes a lot of freedom. Because if you can take that hate and transmute the energy into something beautiful, you can create something more, and you can give something valuable back to the people. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where things are really going to start to happen. I'm just feeling so frustrated with how people are acting and choosing the act. I can't change people's behavior. I know that. But man, it would be so much easier for families to actually come together. Like, because here's the thing, right? I was seeing on X, there's a lot of advice that is being given on relationships. And they're like, oh, sleep with her as soon as you can, bro. Sleep with her as soon as you can. And it's like, isn't that how we got into this hedonistic mess? Isn't that how we got into the, because you guys were wanting to liberate women freely. And guess what? They turned the game back on you guys. The simps. The ones that worship the pink palace. Yeah, that's what happened. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know what y'all are on, but women definitely have more leverage in relationships and everything nowadays. More so than men. I don't know anybody that actually is in the simulator, not the simulation, that would disagree with me on that. But that doesn't mean that men don't have value. It's more like a smaller percentage of men have the most leverage. And if you know how to keep your leverage as a man, that's where things are going to really blossom. Things are really going to grow. And you've got to know how to have that leverage, though. You've got to be able to walk away at all times. Literally, that's really what it boils down to with women, is can you walk away and mean it? That's it. You can lead the woman, or you can walk away from the woman. There's no in between. Because if she doesn't want to be led, then that's fine. You shouldn't be trying to simp for her and tell her how beautiful she is, just in the hopes that you might change her someday. Golly, man, like, get your head on straight, please. Not for your own sake. Well, yes, for your own sake, but for the society's sake, man. Like, I don't know. Things are going to be just the way they're going to be. I understand that we cannot change everything. That I'm not angry at these people, but it gets frustrating and it gets annoying to have to deal with, because you feel like you're saying the same things over and over again sometimes. And for some reason, people just aren't registering it. But for people like you watching this video to this point, it resonates with you. And you probably feel the same way or have a similar sentiment as I do about these kinds of things. So with all that being said, I do appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing, following, leaving a comment, a like on this as well. I do appreciate everybody that has been moving from the YouTube platform over to X and Rumble and Instagram, specifically with X because that's where I'm putting a lot of my focus and I'm allocating a lot of my attention to right now is X and YouTube for this brand Regal change here. And then we also have a new Telegram subscription that you can join. It's for free and the link's in the description box below. You can check that out, and all of the messages will be deleted after 24 hours. So all of the insights that I have for that day it'll be for that day. It'll be just a day-by-day kind of a thing. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. We are getting rid of the free Discord channel and replacing it more with the Telegram group chat, as well as the X community on X, the Regal Change Academy. We do have the paid community as well, where we are currently going through the Legends of Stoicism. This is going to be a class that is available for a limited time. We also have other classes and resources available for you, like the Godlike Savage Workshop, meditation, 7 Deadly Sins, etc. All of these, I actually made some other updates to the AI optimization class recently as well. And we also have the bread and butter of the paid community is the group calls. We have a weekly Bible study, a weekly Regal Assembly call, and a weekly Maps of the Psyche call as well. And we're doing another 3-day fast, the 4th 3-day fast for the Regal Change Academy. If you don't have to be in the Regal Change Academy to participate in this, but it'll be here in a few weeks. That'll be April 17th through the 20th. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope this message was useful and insightful. Peace be with you all. Until next time.